Dear Missouri Valley Conference, I don't really know what to say. I'm going to be honest. Welcome to my channel. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is Cooper Horsey. I run a podcast called Cooper's Corner in my free time from work and school. Yesterday was March 6th. I'm going to put this hat on, and then if you know what it means, congratulations. I cannot tell if that camera picks that up. It says the Valley on it. I bought this hat just because I wanted something to remember it. I have a shirt too that says the year. As you can tell, I'm very sad. It took me the whole day to record. I've had today off from work, and planned on doing it this morning, and I just couldn't get myself to do this. And then I had to do some other stuff today. So it's 7:38 in the evening. The Blues play at 9, so that's why I have my Blues stuff on and everything. I'm gonna watch that game. I'm just going to put a disclaimer. I'm not going to talk trash on our team. You know, it was Conzo Martin's first year back from whenever he left. The year that we won the Valley regular season, then we lost a drink in the final. I honestly, it didn't surprise me. The fact that we won 2 conference games. Or 3 or something. I really don't care at this point. I'm trying to forget this season at this point. The fact that this happened is saddening. But at the same time, I've always been a Missouri State fan, and I never will be not one. I'm never going to give up on the Bears. The Bears are my team. I support them in every sport. Football, basketball, baseball. 3 main sports I watch in general, so this is the 3 sports I support them the most in. Football, basketball, baseball. I mean, you know, I made a video last week and I just didn't post it because I said a lot of negative things, and I didn't really like that because that's not who I am. I'm not going to make any excuses. We did not play well. I honestly, I felt like this was the worst exit out of a conference that probably a college team's ever had. I've never seen a worse one. Unless I'm wrong, but I mean, as a fan of that team and sitting in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center, or at the Enterprise Center where the Blues play, many a game I've watched there, conference games or conference tournament games for Missouri State, Blues games, concerts, everything like that, wrestling events. It's just sad. I thought yesterday was going to go a little bit different. I was wrong. I'm going to be honest. I was very, very wrong. My problem is that was a lot of good. I'm not going to say good, because if they were good players, then we would have won more conference games. It's pretty clear that probably going to lose a lot of those guys anyways. Again, I think the NIL stuff, not the NIL, but like the transfer portal, the fact that you can transfer to whatever you want to do and you can be on whatever team you want, it's just sad. And I'm not going to yell or scream because I don't think that's appropriate. I know A lot of my friends think that I'm going to scream at the camera. I'm not going to do that. That's not who I am. If I scream at the game, but at this point I can't control what happened yesterday. But I mean, the team that they lost today to Belmont. So you know what? I was pretty happy that they lost. I'm gonna share this year really hurt me. We got the same speech that we've gotten from Konzo all year. Oh, well, you know, they worked hard. Well, if we would have worked harder, we would have. It would have been some games we would have won. We took direct to overtime. Top team in the conference. Probably going to win the conference tournament. They dominated SIU this morning. And we would have beaten Illinois State whenever we lost by 2. We worked hard. Well, we wouldn't have lost by 2 to Indiana State at the beginning of the conference schedule. I was at that game. Indiana State ran down, dunked it in the middle of in the lane because nobody was paying attention. 6 seconds left. Des White runs down, misses a 3, and we lose the game. We had so many chances to win games like that. Valpo stabbed us in the heart. Valpo's the second worst team. We're the worst team in the conference this year. The second worst team is Valpo, and they won their tournament game today. Imagine that. Guess who beat us? The Joplin kid. Yeah, Joplin or whatever his name is. Yeah, always right. He beat you. It's just sad. I'm going to be honest, I bought a shirt too that has all the teams on it. I literally just bought that for historical reasons. I like that kind of stuff. Man, this year is going to suck. I'm going to be honest. This year sucks. Watching them kind of just fall apart. And they continually decided to just chuck up threes. I'm not going to rant too much. I don't want to make this too long, but I'm going to say this. Continued to beat ourselves over and over and over. That was Missouri State beating Missouri State. That was not another team beating the Bears. They continually just stabbed themselves in the heart with a stake like a zombie. That genuinely, I don't even know what to say about that. It's like every time you miss a layup, point blank, wide open layup, Des White, Chase Martin, all those guys, Downing Rivers, Zaxton King, Osei Bonsu, missing shots left and right. If you are going to try to tell me I don't know anything about that team, go watch all my other podcasts. I've been a Missouri State fan my entire life. My entire life. They have never won a Valley tournament. I've never been to the Valley tournament. I would drop everything to watch a Bears game this year. I dropped everything here so we could go to the conference tournament. Me and my family did. Just to watch them lose on the first day. The fact that I got a free day off because I didn't have to go to the game today because we didn't play. And I wasn't about to go watch teams. Well, my team wasn't even in it. Sit there in Missouri State stuff and listen to the people behind me just heckle me the entire time. It's just sad. I'm going to be honest. It's just sad. Man, it's just... It's all it is. Stabbing yourselves. It's not... No, hang on. Let me... It's like... Shot through the heart, girl, you bad name. You know that song? I'm not actually saying it, but it's like... It's just... You're just driving... It's like you're digging yourself a hole. And... You can't get out. And we never did. And a lot of these guys are going to leave. I'm going to be honest. Like I said, transfer portal has ruined college basketball, college sports in general. It's just been ruined. I don't understand anymore. Nobody will ever know. If you're not a Missouri State fan, you'll never understand what it's like to just lose coaches left and right. We had a lot of faith in Dana Ford. He let us down. We had a lot of faith in, well, actually, no, we didn't. I was about to say we had a lot of faith in Paul Lusk, but we did not. But, actually, yeah, a little bit. Do we go and look for a new coach? I don't know. I just, I'm going to say whatever I want, and one of the things I'm going to say is just that the best thing in the world is being a true fan to one team and not going and liking the rival, not going and liking, a team or whatever. I cheer for Mizzou because I live in Columbia. Occasionally. I will cheer for the Bears before I cheer for Mizzou. Mizzou, Missouri State plays, I'm there in Missouri State stuff. I'm not there in Mizzou stuff. It just hurts my brain to watch the heart attack Bears, man. They were that last year. They're not this year. They're just the blood pressure rising Bears. I'm pulling up a Bible verse just so I can end this on a good note here in a minute. I did get a new phone. The new phone's pretty nice. I think it's a 16 Pro, maybe? I don't know. I think that's what it is. Yeah, 16 Pro. Pretty nice phone. Got my Bucky's cup. You notice I did not have my camo cup. I'm finally washing that cup after about 5 weeks of just drinking sweet tea out of it. Never washing it up. It was like a coffee cup. And then my friend told me that it looked like a dip can, so I'm not going to be that dude. But you know what? I've been thinking about this podcast all day. I went to memorabilia store, picked up Blues bobblehead that I've been looking for a while, and going on to my next one that I'm starting to look for now. Good deals and stuff like that. But you know what? I just kind of look at this and go, hey, we there was a chance that we were going to go 0 in conference, and we didn't. We won 2 games. That will go on record that we haven't had a 0 in conference record yet. I don't know how next year's going to go. We won't be able to make the NCAA tournament. I know that, even if we did good. Bears football won't be able to make a bowl game next year, which sucks. I wish we could, but we can't because of the bowl ban for 1 year, because we randomly decided to get more recruiters because we moved up in football level. into FBS, Football Bowl Season, and not Football Championship Series. Football Bowl Series. So, I told myself today that I wasn't going to scream or cry or anything like that. To be honest, that Valley shirt that I have that says the year on it, I only got it because it said the year on it. And I will tell my kids in the future, hey, did you know that the Bears used to be in the valley? Really? Yep, that's what I grew up in. And in my lifetime, we never won one. It's just sad. We did win a regular season actually won the Valley in football 2021, that year because of the COVID stuff and everything. That counts because that was the year after. It was 2021. I sat there with a Bears mask on and watched them win the Valley. That was a good year. After that, I mean, we've kind of fallen apart. I talked a lot of trash at the beginning of August, whenever all the sports started, and I said, you know what? You're going to kick us out of you're not going to let us in the football tournament because we're moving up. All right, watch us. We'll go undefeated. Nope. Lost the last game. That kind of sucked. And then basketball, thought we were going to be pretty good. Also sucked. It's just another year of Missouri State sports. Baseball team's looking pretty good though, which is good. I watched their game today. We lost to Wichita State today in baseball, which sucks because that's an old rival. I just explain that to a lot of people. Is that Wichita State used to be a Missouri State rival. I mean, I'm not going to do the, he said, she said, whatever. And I'm not going to do the, the complaint game. I felt like that game was badly played yesterday to end the year. We weren't good this year, so we weren't. Yeah. And honestly, I'm gonna just rant for 2 seconds, and I really don't care. And you can tell how my voice is going up. The fact that Illinois State was going absolutely bananas yesterday because they beat a 2 and whatever. We won DOS. 2 conference games. 2. And you're losing your mind like you won the freaking national title. That's why y'all lost to Belmont today. That's what you get right there. It's what happens whenever you disrespect a team. It's called karma. That's ridiculous. That shows how fake their fan base is. There's some fake fan bases in the Valley. The first one is Indiana State because all they have is freaking Larry Bird jerseys. And they only support them whenever they're good. They were all right sorry, I didn't mean to smack my microphone. They were all right this year, but they weren't the best team in the Valley like they were last year. Guess who was? It was Drake. Missouri State, Drake, and Indiana State. 3 best teams in the conference for the last 15 years. It used to be Wichita State, Creighton, Missouri State. And a little bit of Drake here and there. Other than that, the fact that Illinois State just sat there and yelled and cheered and as loud as they did for beating us by however. Did we lose by 20? I think we ended up losing by 20. My phone just slid. This is a slippery case, by the way. But I need a good case because. So we ended up losing by 16. 16. They couldn't even beat us by 20 if they tried. Imagine that. They couldn't even beat us by 20 if they tried. I need to figure out this. Dang it. I'm just going to keep talking. I have like a stand on my phone, but I can't get it to pop out. My thing is that, you know what? I'm glad we're leaving the Valley. I posted on my Snapchat story. I think 35 people on my Snapchat story saw this, of me ranting about this. But this is what I said. Oh, wait, it disappeared because that was 24 hours ago. The fact that, you know what? The fact that y'all were cheering as loud as you were. And I will tell you, I will give credit. I will give credit to whoever, right? I will give credit to whoever deserves it. Illinois State did not deserve that whatsoever. It's pretty clear that y'all are not used to winning. Because the fact that you were screaming and yelling and everything y'all were doing yesterday, and that's why y'all got beat by Belmont today. Bye-bye. Go home. Go back to Illinois. You failed once again. That's what you get for, you know what that's called? They call it a curse and a karma. It's called karma. That is karma for cheering whenever you lost. You beat a team that has had 2 wins in the conference all year. That is what you get. You got beat by Belmont today. Go back to Illinois. Never have to play you again, and I'm very happy about that. I guarantee we won't play a Valley team for the next 5 years. I don't even want to speak of the Valley anymore. I hope the Valley's embarrassed by the fact that the Illinois State people were chanting and everything. You beat a team that had won 2 conference games all year. Shows the fake fandom of that fan base right there. And I'm so sorry to the older people and the people who have lived through things at Illinois State. For those young fans to come in there and to start cheering and yapping and chanting stuff at our bench. I will tell you this right now. Our team's gone. We might as well just go get a new team now. Because guess what? The fact that Conzo Martin could not put in the 3 bench players that still had their shooter shirts on with 5 minutes in the game and we're down 30. Or sorry, they were down 15. You couldn't take your kid out. You couldn't take Des White out, who was absolutely sucking. I'm so sorry. He did not shoot well whatsoever yesterday. Is this where we're at now? We're just going to lose bench players now that we could possibly develop by the time they're seniors? Apparently not, because you don't care, Conzo. You've been to so many freaking schools, and we got we played well. Oh, they trained well. No, they didn't, Conzo. Stop saying that. That's ridiculous. That's called an excuse, is what you did on the radio yesterday. I don't care if 5 people heard that. I heard that. The radio interview after that. Oh, and the Missouri State and whoever that was, the radio announcers. I couldn't even tell who the game was. I don't know who was calling the game on the radio. I know who was calling the ESPN Plus game. It was the Valley announcers because it's the tournament. That's how it works. But whoever the two radio dudes, the fact that you did what you did and you were like, oh, it was great seeing everybody, and all that. How about we talk a little sense into that team? Say, hey, we just lost in the first round of the Valley tournament, and guess what? We're leaving the tournament. We're leaving the conference. You'd think you wanted to play well the last year that you're going to be in the conference. Here we go again. This happened last year. It's going to happen again. We're going to lose all those guys. It's going to disperse. Conzo's just going to be standing there, and he goes, okay. I got Chase Martin, my kid, and maybe Tommy. You don't know who Tommy is. I'm not going to say his last name, but Tommy. That's all you got. We had so many. We had weird, good talent on that team this year. Weirdly good. And we did not use it. Do we have a curse or something? Because apparently we do. This is one of the worst played seasons all year. Go back to training. Season's been open for not even a year. I mean, your season's been over for not even a day, or probably a full day. Go back to training. Because y'all need to go figure it out before next August 31st, whenever y'all's first game is next year. Wait till this season ends. When March Madness hits, you go get good players. Go get good guys. Go get good big men. We need a big guy. I don't know if you haven't figured that out yet, Conzo, but guess what? We need a big guy. We lost Dawson Carper because he graduated. I get that. He wanted to go get it. He finished his degree. He moved on. But then you go get Bonsu, who's 6'5". 6'4", 6'5", whatever. Dang it, my allergies. This is not good. You go get Bonsu, who's freaking 6'4", 6'5". I get it. He's broad-shouldered, dude. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn door, Conzo. I don't care who sees this. I'm going to say this right now. That year was ridiculous. This season was ridiculous. I don't care. This is on us. This isn't on the conference. It's not on the refs like everyone wants to blame them. Because they didn't call whatever. Calling charges on Bonsu because he can't freaking make a move correctly. Because he's bigger than the guard. You should be able to make mismatch points every time if you are a big man. Or else you do not need to be playing college basketball. Some of these guys are... There's high school teams that could beat you. Think about that. Blowing layups like crazy, throwing it off the backboard, throwing it over the rim. Chase Martin shooting a three and it freaking spun like this. And it hit the freaking back of the post. Freaking. Frustrates me. It's all right there. Des White had a crappy game yesterday. Hit 1 3. He hadn't hit it all. He's shooting the freaking lights out all year. And then yesterday he just... I will tell you. Poindexter or whatever the heck your name is, last name. Even though I'm pretty sure it's like what dads call their kids sometimes. Or that's like a nickname for some kids, I guess. Poindexter. You played a heck of a game. Poindexter for Illinois State. Woo! You shot the lights out against us. And guess what? It helped your team. Y'all moved around to the next round. The fact that this is the last year in the conference and we couldn't show up is ridiculous. This is one of the worst teams I've had in a long time. Honestly, I mean, most of those guys are going to leave. Might as well restart again. Most of those guys are going to be like, you know what? I don't want to stay on this 2 and whatever team. 2-win conference team. That's ridiculous. I hope y'all know that. Alright, I'm going to breathe for a second. That was my rant today. Man, I really needed to get that out. For those of you who stayed around, I'm going to give you a Bible verse in about 2 seconds. Take a drink. The fact that happened this year is ridiculous. Alright, let's just all take a deep breath. There's nothing we can do about it now. It's the mindset we all have to be in. Positive note to all of the Bears fans that showed up yesterday and supported us. You know, even some of the SIU fans that mocked us. SIU and Missouri State never liked each other. Indiana State, Missouri State never liked each other. I mean, SIU fans, if the real ones are out there, you know, we don't get along. But thank you to everybody who showed out yesterday, who was cheering for us. To the lady that was sitting on the front row behind the bench, who was getting into that ref. Thank you to the people who were on the court side who were wearing the Missouri State stuff. They were yelling at the ref about how bad he was. So those refs were pretty bad. And they were missing calls that were not good, that were costing us points and costing us really bad possessions. Thank you to all those fans, man. I'm always going to be a Bears fan, no matter what. Always going to be my team. I'm never switching up. I'm never leaving them. Grew up a Bears fan, always going to be a Bears fan. Always going to support them, always going to wear their stuff. I don't care what sport it is, I'm going to support them. But let's end this out. We're in the middle of Lent right now. Actually, at the beginning of Lent still. I'm going to hold my phone because it doesn't set off. And you know what's great about the Holy Bible app, actually, I'm going to give that a little, shout out there, is that it'll give you plans for Lent. So the first verse of the day today is Philippians 4:9. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. That is very powerful. For people who don't understand that verse, I'm going to explain what this means to me. This doesn't apply to, I'm just going to put this out there right now. This doesn't apply to everyone. This doesn't apply to, this is just me. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me, from God, or seen in me, put it into practice. So that means you go and share Jesus with people. You go and share the love of God with people. Jesus, God in human form. And the God of peace will be with you. So no matter what, if you go and share the love of God with people in public, at your school, at your university, Remember, we don't scream. Jesus never screamed. He had to yell because people had to hear him. Jesus feeds the 5,000. His sermon, we don't know how long that went. But guess what? He yelled because he wanted people to hear him. And people wanted to hear him. If you do it in the correct way that the Bible tells you to share Jesus with people, God will give you peace in those moments whenever evil tries to strike on you. And God will not allow that evil to attack you. One of the things that I learned was there's a verse in this. I can't remember exactly what the verse is called or what chapter it's in, but it says, Jesus always said, if you profess me with your mouth, and you kind of change your life, it will change your life around. You will join me in the kingdom of paradise, and you will sit on the right hand of Jesus in his kingdom in heaven. If you profess Jesus, your life to Jesus, to everybody, it doesn't always mean, I believe in Jesus. That's not what that means. I wear a hoodie that says Jesus Strong every day to work. Sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier. I can tell there are people that don't like it, there are people that love it. The people that love it are going to tell you. The people that hate it aren't going to tell you. And here's why. They don't want to cause a fuss in the middle of a grocery store, which I respect that. And I don't want them to. Because then all the attention goes to me, which I don't want that. But guess what? Every single one of you that is watching this video to this part, it is 37 minutes long. I understand this video is so long. Thank you for listening to my rant about Missouri State and the Valley. To the Valley, thank you for all the memories you've given me. Going to the Valley tournament every year with my parents and getting to watch the Bears, getting to watch the team that I love in St. Louis, Missouri, where it's 2.5 hours away. That's special to me. So thank you for that. Thank you for the hospitality that you all showed us. You always showed us no matter what. Just thank you for that. And I hope, actually I don't hope we meet one day, because we won't. I don't want to go back to that conference. We got a don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out. But it's alright. I'm saddened, but you know what? The only thing that matters, outside of sports, outside of everything, and none of that matters. The only thing that matters is Jesus and your relationship with him. Jesus loves y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening to this video. I understand this podcast. I understand that this was so long. This is podcast number 39, I believe. 38, 39. I don't know. And I don't know the number, actually. I just made that up. But all this video is going to be called as Dear Missouri Valley Conference. And guess what? I'm going to sign this with thank you for everything you did. Signed, Cooper Horsey from Cooper's Corner Podcast in Columbia, Missouri. As a true Missouri State fan, thank you. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Jesus loves you. Peace.